Hey, welcome! Today we're going to look at a really cool, surprisingly simple idea. What if you could take any old school assignment and turn it into a super engaging game using just a regular deck of cards? Yeah, really. Let's see how it's done.
You know that feeling, right? You're staring at a blank page for some school project and you just feel completely uninspired. It's that classic one-size-fits-all assignment that just kind of kills creativity for a lot of students. Learning becomes this chore, just checking a box instead of, actually exploring something cool.
Okay, so what if we could just shuffle the deck and deal students a completely new hand? Well, that's the big idea behind this really innovative curriculum for independent reading. It uses a simple deck of cards to totally change the game for assignments. So here's how it works, and it's brilliant in its simplicity. A student just draws a card, and the suit tells them what kind of project they're going to do. If you get a heart, it's a creative writing project. A diamond? That's for visual arts. Pull a club, and you're diving into multimedia. And spades are all about creative literary analysis. The power here is that it immediately brings in variety and real choice. It speaks to all different kinds of learners, right? The writers, the artists, the filmmakers, the deep thinkers, everyone gets a shot at playing to their strengths.
Let's make this real. Imagine you just finished a great novel. You draw a heart. Instead of that boring old book report, boom, you get to write a whole new chapter. You actually get to become a part of that story's world.
Or maybe you draw a diamond. Now's your chance to bring the book to life visually. You could design an awesome graphic novel page for one of the most important scenes. It's all about your artistic take on it. What if you pull a Kuba? Well, now you're a filmmaker. Your job is to create a cool 2-minute movie trailer for the book. You get to figure out how to capture the whole vibe of the story and make other people want to read it. And if you get a spade, that's your chance to do some deep thinking, but with a creative spin. You could really dig into a complex character, figure out what makes them tick, and uncover all those hidden layers in the story.
Okay, so that's the basic idea. Pretty cool, right? But now let's see what happens when you take this simple card game and build an entire immersive world around it. We're going to dive deep into the shadows with a curriculum built for Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
See, this version of the game doesn't just hand out assignments. Oh no, it pulls students right into that creepy Gothic world of the novel. It basically says, come on in, live here for a while, and really wrestle with the big, scary questions of the book.
And this is where it gets really fun, like a full-on role-playing game. Students actually create their own character to live in the world of Frankenstein. They pick an archetype, like the obsessive student, they roll dice to get a torturous secret, and then they draw cards for missions. It's basically like getting side quests in a video game, but for a classic novel.
And these missions are so good. Just check this one out for the 2 of diamonds. The card says you're caught in a storm at Ingolstadt. You see the creature's eyes open for the first time, and it sees you. What do? Run? Try to talk to it? Scream for help? It puts you right in the middle of that iconic, terrifying moment.
Now here's the really brilliant part. Each suit gets a thematic makeover. So a diamond isn't just any visual project anymore. For Frankenstein, it's a diary entry. A heart is a letter. A club is an investigative news report. A spade is an official log. This is so smart because it completely immerses the student in the way the book itself is written. It's a story told through letters and journals. So you're not just reading the story, you're writing in its style. So, okay, this framework is obviously super deep and thematic. But how flexible is it, really? Let's find out by looking at how this exact same card game can be used for something totally different, telling your own personal stories. So there's this creative nonfiction curriculum that takes the exact same 4-suit setup, but uses it to help students write about their own lives. Think about that shift. You go from analyzing a fictional world to mapping out your very own. That's a huge leap. And the goal here is completely different. It's built around something the curriculum calls a glimmer focus. It's this beautiful idea of encouraging writers to find those little moments of light, beauty, hope, or connection, even when they're writing about tough or chaotic memories. It's actually a pretty powerful psychological tool. It helps you kind of reframe your own story, building resilience and finding a more compassionate way to look at your own life. This is what makes the whole system so incredibly powerful, just how adaptable it is. Remember that first framework we looked at? The suits were pretty general project types, creative writing, visual arts, and so on. They could work for pretty much any book you're reading. But look at this. In the creative nonfiction version, those same suits are totally remapped for a brand new purpose. Now, hearts are for personal essays, digging into your inner world. Diamonds are for essays about a specific place, exploring the world around you. It's the exact same simple tool, just being used to explore a completely different kind of truth.
All right, so we've seen this card game system do some amazing things, from analyzing classic literature to helping people tell their own personal stories. So, what's the big takeaway? Why does this actually win? Let's break down what makes it so effective.
Well, the magic really comes down to a few key things. First, it gives students real choice, a real say in what they do, and that's a massive motivator. But it's not a free-for-all. It's creativity within a structure, so they feel empowered, not overwhelmed. It's the perfect balance. And of course, turning it all into a game makes learning feel like an adventure, a quest. It helps students build a real, personal connection to whatever they're studying.
And that leaves us with this final, really powerful thought. What if learning isn't a problem we have to solve, but a game we get to play? Because if we reframe education that way, we might just unlock a much more joyful, meaningful, and powerful way for students to connect with what they're learning and, in the end, with themselves.